So I have battery loaded up with a bunch of basic kit elements, kicks, snares, and hi-hats. I got 16 of each type of sound, and I can control those and build kits from them right on the padKontrol. So let me show you how that works. On scene 1 I got 16 kicks. Scene 2 is snares. Scene 3 is hi-hats. And on scene 4 I can build kits from those sounds, and I already have 4 little basic kits set up. Let me show you how easy they are to build. Let's say I like this hi-hat, but I don't like this kick and snare. I can go to setting, hit the snare pad, and go through the 15 other snares I have. Same thing with a kick. So it's real easy to do. And for percussion and stuff like that, I use another instance of battery with those same 4 scenes. So that's basically drum control. Alright, so I have a copy of Vanguard up, and I just have one of the presets loaded. And before I get started here, let me just say I normally wouldn't use a pad controller like this to control a synth or another melodic instrument, but there's actually some cool stuff you can do with a pad controller that you can't do with a keyboard. I can assign whatever notes I want to the pads. They don't have to be chromatic like on a keyboard. So what I've done is I've just assigned one scale, and I have 2 octaves of the same scale, C minor. I have the low octave and then an upper octave. Alright, so that's just kind of cool. I only have just one scale, and I could just come up with combinations, don't have to worry about hitting a wrong note. The next thing I have is I have the filter cutoff on the x-axis of the XY pad. And then I have the resonance on the y-axis. So now I can do filter sweeps with both at the same time, or opposite of each other, or just crazy stuff. And another thing I could do is with this hold switch, I could find a position I like, and it'll stay there. Alright, now this knob up here goes to the filter types. And I like this nasty filter out here, so so you can just get real crazy with the sound design, and I can also do stuff. This one is assigned to let me turn the resonance down. This one is assigned to the pitch EG. So now I can get sound effects. So you can get real crazy with it, you know. All right, now on this scene, the first 4 pads control drums, and everything else controls live. This is for play, stop, record. This turns loop on and off. This turns metronome on and off. These arm 3 MIDI tracks for battery. This arm's a MIDI track for Vanguard, and these are for 3 audio tracks. And this is all scalable. I can add another scene or another 2 scenes if I have a bigger project with more tracks. This knob up here is for tempo, and this knob over here is for global quantize amount. So pretty much everything I need to sequence a beat is right here. If I need to do any serious editing, I need the mouse and keyboard, but other than that, this frees up a lot of mouse clicking, so it's nice. Alright, so on the back panel, we got a USB port, MIDI out and MIDI in, which makes this a 1x1 MIDI interface. Then you got a pedal input, so you can hook up a pedal and trigger like CCs or sounds with it. This is for the power supply, and this switch makes it so even if you have the USB connected, you could force it to be powered by the power supply. Alright, that's it for the back panel. On the front panel, a couple of things I'm not going to be using and that I don't use are the roll and flam functions. Flam, just because I don't really use flams, and I don't really see any reason to have speed control over a flam either. Roll, it doesn't sync to anything, so it's really not all that useful. I know people think that's like note repeat, but it's not. Note repeat's more like an arpeggiator. It's actually just a weak arpeggiator. This roll, though, doesn't sync to anything, so you can't use it like that. And the last thing I'm not going to be doing anything with is this can send MIDI messages, and I see no reason to do that really, so that's pretty much it.